Thought I heard something. For a minute, I heard brush cracking behind me. And I don't see anything. It could have been a deer or something else. Here's a classic example of why you want to be careful in the woods. I don't want to get too close to it, but look between that tree and that, right in that area. I'll zoom in. See a big gray ball right there. Right there. That, my friends, is a white-faced hornet's nest. You'd normally never see. See how well they blend in? And there's one flying around, in fact. And you know, if you would walk into that, you'd be in really deep trouble. Very, very, probably the meanest stinging insect I can think of in the northern deciduous forest. And as you can see, not something I want to play around with. This whole area at one time, in fact, that bog that I'd been showing in previous videos, was all at one time up on this mountain ridge. There are these great glaciers that came through. About several different glaciers came through. There it is. There that is. Huh. There's something following me in these woods. I don't know what it is. What is that? Anyhow, these great glaciers came through over 15,000 years ago, and they went over top of these mountains. So I'm on a mountain ridge here, and what they did is they kind of rounded the tops of them off, and at that bog in this area here, they cut the top of the mountains flat. So when in the late 1800s, early 1900s, this was all stands of big, huge hemlock trees that were anywhere from 3 to 10 feet wide. And hemlock trees grow basically anywhere. These trees were up here, and they drank up a lot of the water, but when they cut them down, what they were left with was what you see now. A lot of the trees that grew in their place, the maples, cherries, just about anything birds can eat, drop the seeds. The days of the big hemlocks are gone. In fact, in those old days, it was so dark in these woods, the sun wouldn't even reach the forest floor. So since then, these ferns have taken up. But when those big trees were cut down, that's how that bog started. It had been a bog thousands of years ago after the glaciers, and then afterwards, when the trees were cut down, the water just filled back in. You have peat moss that grows, which is kind of makes me thirsty for a glass of scotch right now on the rocks, because that's how they make scotch in Scotland. But if you find that animal, if I find out what's following me, I'll get it on type. On DVD. Once in a while you'll walk up on one of these nice little camping areas like this, where you think, I love to camp here. And I guess the Boy Scouts do, and a couple other groups. But I'd be a little leery, especially to sit there. In fact, I think I see why, but I'm not going to go close. Looks like there's a rattlesnake in there. Huh. But they made a nice little chair out of it, and they made a nice little fire pit. It's a beautiful area. Talk about stealth camping. This is a place to stealth camp. Now I saw a snake in here. I don't know where it went to. But it's got to be around here somewhere. So I'm not going to hang out. I don't want to make it mad. They usually mind their own business, and you mind your own, they won't bother you. I'm thirsty, so it's a good opportunity to show you how the Sawyer water filter works. Obviously I filled this bag up with water when I was up at the spring, and it's clean, but just pretend it's not. I have my container. I don't need a container that necessarily, but it'll work. So let's work with any bottle. That's simple. Hopefully if there are any rattlesnakes around, they're not thirsty. I'm going to finish filling this bottle up, but when I say rattlesnakes, I'll give you an example. Now imagine crawling through that, or crawling through any of this. You know it's the snake you don't see that gets you. They're everywhere up here. Literally everywhere. It's kind of eerie and beautiful here in a way, It's something that that you have to truly respect. Man, the view is just totally spectacular. Can't beat it. Up there's the rock I was on. Beautiful overlook. Got maybe an hour's worth of daylight left here. We'll get out of here. I'll show you the coolest looking water source I've seen in a while. Right under this tree. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful when you see something like that. You're thirsty and I got this bag with me and filter so I could filter the water, and it's just like the purest, cleanest water you'd ever want. Probably doesn't even need filtered, but I did it anyhow because it can't hurt. So we get in among these spruce trees.